What's up, YouTube? It is time for a business vlog update. This is not going to be pretty. This is actually going to be pretty bad for me, but I think I need to do this to keep myself accountable so that I can improve and do better in the future. Now, if you saw my first business video vlog, I stated that I wanted to make a Pokemon business and then get it up and running. But progress has been slow, and that's mainly just because of me messing up. So we'll go through the aspects of everything that I made mistakes on, and I'll also go over things that I plan on doing in the future to do better. So I'm going to treat this now like a progress report. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a grade. Obviously, it's not going to be good. So I'm going to break this down into the different parts of the business that I feel like I need to focus on. So here are some mistakes I've made with my inventory. Now, in my first YouTube video, I talked about growing my inventory to a point to prepare to vend a show with my friends at the end of July. Now, since that last video, the good news is that I did continue to increase my inventory. I currently have somewhere between $2,500 to maybe $3,000 worth of inventory between sealed product, singles, and some slabs. The problem with this is that there's still a month until the show, and I can't really just let it sit there and stagnate. And one thing I failed to take into consideration in my last video is that I also need a good amount of cash to bring to the show in order to buy people's cards that they want to either trade or sell me just straight up. Now, as everyone knows, for a business, you want to minimize your costs for inventory, but you also want to maximize your profit. Now, the good thing about Pokemon cards is that there is a marketplace in TCG Player and eBay that kind of gives everybody an idea of what these cards are worth. So as someone who is trying to make a living off of Pokemon, I negotiate my purchases based off of a percentage of the market price. So one mistake I failed to take into consideration was how low of a percentage I need to be paying in order to make some money off of the cards that I do sell. So many of you new viewers are not going to know this, but I do stream on Whatnot. And I haven't really been doing it lately because my Whatnot streams have kind of slowed down. But basically, I bought a whole bunch of cards at Dallas Collecticon and another trade show where I negotiated a percentage off of the card's market price, but it wasn't low enough so that if I were to sell it on either Whatnot or TCG Player or even eBay, that I would make any money. In fact, I would actually lose money because it just wasn't a low enough percentage. So fortunately, it wasn't a whole lot of money, but unfortunately, it still slowed me down quite a bit. It basically locked up a lot of my money in cards that I would have to sell for basically little to no profit. My original plan was basically to buy a whole bunch of cards and try to sell them on my Whatnot to try to grow my stream. But as I discovered, I basically put the cart before the horse. I bought a whole bunch of popular illustration rares and special illustration rares to sell on my stream. The problem was I didn't have enough viewers to actually sell to. So now I have to try to sell these cards at places like TCG Player or eBay and basically eat the loss, which admittedly is not going to be a whole lot, but again, it's still going to be a loss and it's going to set me back. Now, my second mistake has basically been my laziness and my inactivity. This has been evident in me creating content, and it's also been evident in how much activity I've done in buying and selling my cards. So let's address the social media stuff first. Many of you guys that saw my first YouTube vlog know that this video is coming much later than that video did. In between that video and now, I have made some more fun videos. I've done some ETB rips, and I even recorded some clips from Dallas Collecticon. And I will acknowledge that my content that I've been posting is not particularly engaging. That's another thing I need to work on. I find creating social media to be particularly difficult. I don't find talking to the camera to be natural for me, and I also much prefer talking face-to-face in person. So when I'm at places like a convention, I feel a little bit more at ease because I'm talking to a person. But for recording content and making these YouTube videos or Instagram posts, I'm talking basically to myself, but directed at a camera who is standing in for you guys, the viewer. And I don't really think there's anything I can do to improve this right away other than continuing to make videos and content so that I can become more natural in talking to the camera for YouTube or social media. So taking those mistakes into consideration, if I had to assign myself a grade, I'd have to give myself an F. As a business, I have failed to grow since I made that last video. I haven't really grown my social media all that much. I haven't really improved my inventory all that much, and I haven't improved my activity all that much. The good news is, I still have about 3.5, maybe 4 weeks to kick it up into gear so that I can prepare myself for the show and then use that show as a launching point into the future to continue doing this and grow into a real business. So as I work on all these mistakes that I pointed out to improve my business, I need to also keep in mind that there is a reason that I chose to do Pokemon in the first place. And it's just something that I do enjoy doing to begin with. I enjoy collecting cards, I like the artwork of Pokemon cards, and I even like playing the TCG. So the plan for this week is to kick my activity into gear, mainly for me to start buying and selling frequently. I need to look for products that I can buy at a percentage low enough for me to make money off of when I do sell it. And when I do acquire this inventory, I need to turn around and sell it as fast as I can. And for the final positive note for this video, I'm going to take to heart what one of my commenters said on one of my videos. And they basically said to just have fun with it. And I believe that's the whole point for me picking Pokemon. I like it, I enjoy it, I'm going to have fun with it. So keep your eyes peeled for the next video. I plan on doing these weekly now so that I can keep myself accountable and to share my progress with you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.